Howdy y'all, it's Aaron here. In this episode, I'm going to share with you how to future-proof your clothing store online. As always, make sure that you grab something to take notes with and stick around until the end where I'm going to share with you the difference between making $5,000 a month or $500,000 per month. All right, so number one is to make an offer so good that people cannot say no. So if the offer is so good, the rest of it won't matter. The right offer to the wrong people still has a chance of generating that sale. So think about this. If you are out to get some hamburgers for lunch today, which sounds amazing, but on your way to pick up that burger, you saw a sign that said $1 large pizza and cheese sticks today only, you're derailing your plans and taking up that pizza joint on their offer. The best deal will always win no matter what is happening in the market. But the key here is to not give away your percentage of profit because that will hurt your brand long-term and potential customers will only shop the deal. So examples of some deals that are good but won't hurt your brand. Free gifts with every order, free shipping over X amount, flash sale 1 hour only on clearance items just to move inventory, BOGO 50% off plus the free gift, BOGO 50% off plus free shipping. Avoid straight percentages off. They are the easiest to understand, but likely the biggest loss leaders for you and just really start to kill profit. So where do you use these discounts and deals? How do you communicate with your customers? I would recommend using these amazing deals in email because this is where profit is already at. So spending money on ads to offer a deal is potentially a lose-lose, where you lose money to pay for the ad and then lose money when you acquire the customer versus having the email address and giving an amazing deal and it's pretty much all profit. Email doesn't cost that much at all. All right, guys, before we cover number two, I just want to say howdy. My name's Aaron. I'm one of the co-founders here at Branding, and we're an e-commerce growth agency that specializes in helping clothing stores grow and scale profitably online. All right, so make sure that you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any of the latest strategies for clothing stores, including the video that's going to be dropping this Thursday about the biggest mistakes that clothing stores are making online. All right, so number two, less is more. So clothing stores need a variety of clothes to make their customers keep coming back for more. Instead of trying to have a ton of one-of-ones, try having less items, but drop those clothes in a collection and then make sure to buy deep enough for every size that you carry. So having a ton of variety and one-of-ones makes sense sometimes, but if you don't have it in the potential customer size, it's going to be almost impossible to get them to come back and try again because they're going to go find somebody else who does have their size. So let me sum it up for you. Less products, more frequently, buy deeper. All right, so number three is hand-to-hand combat. How can you have more one-on-one conversations with your customers? From the time they follow you on Instagram, how can you personalize that experience? So try DMing every single person who follows you and have them join your email list, your app, text message list, whatever it may be. Have them commit to take the next step. Make sure to give them an amazing reason to take action right now. Maybe a specific code for them that is good for 24 hours only. Now, is this scalable? Maybe, but probably not. The goal is to do unscalable tactics while you still can. If you can't anymore, then that becomes another problem that you get to solve in your business. Don't forget to send a personalized follow-up and let them know that the coupon is about to expire. Are you sending handwritten notes and offering an amazing deal on the other side for those first-time customers? So if this sounds like a lot of work, it is because it is, but this is what it takes to stand out in a very crowded market online. All right, guys, before I show you the difference between a $5,000 a month and a $500,000 a month business, I want to tell you about our free masterclass training for clothing stores that will walk you through the 5 pillars that you must have in place for your online store to scale consistently and profitably, no matter what is going on in the world. So if you want that free training, make sure that you check out the link in the description down below. All right, so number 4 is to acquire as many customers as possible at scale. The only difference at the end of the day is that some stores decide to go to the traffic store and buy more traffic. They set up simple campaigns to acquire as many customers as possible, and then they implement strategies and tactics that we talked about earlier. Jumping directly into advertising is a huge mistake because people, all that it does is it magnifies what already works. So if you can create great content, run ads, and treat your customers well, then you will have no problem growing your clothing store and scaling. But if you rely only on ads and you came to this channel to just see the latest tactic for advertising, but you don't know how to get a customer to buy again and again, it's going to be a very hard uphill battle for you. That being said, let's jump into Ads Manager and let me show you what it looks like to set up a campaign successfully so that you can scale it to $25 a day, $500 a day, $1,000 a day, $2,000 a day for your advertising. All right, so now that we're inside of Ads Manager, what I want to say is that the campaign that you want to have set up is an evergreen style campaign. So if you're a clothing boutique, think about specific lines that you can launch with, that you can run for a long period of time. Or if you are a specific clothing brand, right, and you have a particular line, let's say, for example, athleisure, I'm just using that one because this is where we're going to pull it up. Can you run it for a long period of time? This particular ad, I believe, has been running, let's see here, how long it's been running, since December 23rd. So not super long, but a decent period of time, and it's only gotten better and better. So that's the key here, is how can you consistently run a campaign for a long period of time? The setup here is also very, very important. So we are going broad, and the interesting thing is that most people will go after an interest-based. However, interests are going away. One, Facebook got rid of, I think, like 2,000 or 3,000 interests last year, and they're going to be getting rid of even more in 2022 and beyond. But going broad at scale will allow you to grow your brand. So we set this up as a dynamic creative, okay? But the most important thing is that this audience is super, super broad. 25 to 54 women within a specific area. We do not have the audience network on. All of this can be the same, right? This is all the same setup as what we've had before. If you've watched any of our videos, one day click. The difference between this particular brand and anybody else, right, that's working on it is this type of creative. So we have lifestyle images, we have videos, but let's actually look at what is working right now. So you can do a dynamic creative breakdown of the image and see which ones are actually producing a return on ad spend. Let's do this lifetime. This particular image right here is making 5 times its money. It's made $2,700. This one has made 11 times its money, $685. Everything's really actually making decent amount of money. I think we've gotten rid of a couple of things and moved them back. But let me explain to you the process here, because I think this is the difference, right, between whether or not you make $5,000 a month or $500,000. So most people set up a campaign like this and be okay with the campaign how it is. The results will be a return on ad spend of 2 or 3 or 4 or whatever. But the ones who are able to scale are able to increase budget, but they focus on updating creative before they focus on scaling. So when you're creating this creative right here, when you're updating this creative, you want to find the lowest performing ones and then replace them. I suggest replacing no more than 2 items at a time, and you just continuously get better. So if you have 10 items here that are doing well, and 8 of them are better performing than the bottom 2, find 2 new pieces of creative to plug in here. For example, if we knew the lifestyle images were working well, we would do more lifestyle images. If more graphics were doing well, then we would run into adding more graphics. The only thing you would want to avoid is having one particular type of item. We actually tested this when we did all video, or we did all graphics in the dynamic creative, and it actually tanked the account. So having variety does work, and it actually performs better when you have the variety inside of there. So to scale this, right, all you want to do is, I would say 2 or 3 times per week, we can turn in automatic placements or automatic rules, basically, where you can say here, create a rule, custom rule, there we go. And we can actually turn off an ad set. We can actually, turn off an ad. We can apply this to all campaigns, but basically we can set it to where as soon as it reaches a certain return on ad spend amount, it will scale all on its own. So you can set that inside of here, custom rule. And if the result is better than like a 2x or a 3x, then you can scale the campaign. This will do it automatically. You will look inside of this campaign and improve the creative, and Facebook's gonna do the work for you. Now, you can scale by, I would say 20-25% max versus a 30%. So 25% increase in ad spend every 2 or 3 days, where you, like I said, you can set up that rule to do it, and it just scales for you. If you're getting the results, it will scale. If you don't get the results, it won't scale. Then you come in every couple of days, make sure the content is good, and then every 7 to 10 days, change out the creative for what's working best. Do this, rinse and repeat, and that is how you're gonna be able to scale this campaign. At Broad, you can spend thousands of dollars per day. You're making 2 or 3x times your money. At that point, it means that you're just doubling, tripling your money. I know this seems oversimplified, but it really is the truth. 90% of campaigns fail because people don't update creative, they let things run too long, and they don't let the campaign continuously run instead of keeping the campaign on and updating the creative. So update creative, automatic budget if you can, and then let the campaign, like I said, run as long as possible, and just figure out what works and just double down on it. That's all it is, right? That's literally the key here to go from making $25 a day to thousands of dollars per day. Like I said, this strategy right here, people have scaled to $5,000, $6,000 per day in just ad spend. So Broad will scale with you. Just to give you an idea, I want to show this one thing. You will not hit this full audience, but just to give you an idea, this particular audience at Broad is 74 to 87 million people. So likely you're not going to hit all of those people. So now the only piece you're missing to grow your clothing store effectively with this strategy is the right data. You need to be able to see the blind spots and opportunities. So we found a software called Triplewell that will literally put everything you need to know about your business into one place, so that every single day you can see your gross and net profit, opportunities that come up in your business, so that you can continuously grow profitably. So I'm wishing you all nothing but success, but right now, if you are one who wants to see behind the scenes of $1 million clothing store, make sure you check out this video right here. You need to watch that one next. All right, guys, that's all we have for this week. I will see you next time.